Hey friends, so glad to see you again today. We're in the kitchen upstairs doing our Try It Tuesday series. This is also part of the Make It March collaboration put on by Lisa over at Sutton's Days. It is where we, as a group, there's about 5 of us maybe, that are putting together videos each and every single day for the month of March, showing you how we're using up those home canned items. Many of us were part of the January Canuary collaboration, and we get questions like, how would you use this in recipes? Or what would you do with it afterwards? Or what are some different and unique ways to use these canned goods? And that's what we're here for today. That's what we're here for all month. Make It March. We're going to make things with those canned goods. Did you know that by following along with the Make It March collaboration, in addition to getting all these wonderful new recipe ideas, Lisa, our host over at Sutton's Days, she is going to be giving away a 4 jars pressure canner. That's right. So this is amazing. You aren't going to want to miss out. You want to know how you do it? Watch the videos and make real comments. YouTube understands that when you copy and paste, or if you make generic comments, and they boot you out. And so your efforts are really lost. So make sure you take the time to watch the videos from start to finish so that you can glean all that great information and be able to go back, give criticism, feedback, ideas, any of those things get you a chance to win that 4 jars canner. Today I found a recipe. I was scrolling on the Book of Faces and I found this. I don't even know if I can remember it. I'll either put it down below here or in the description box, but I came across someone and they were putting together a salad and they said, "You don't know what to do for supper? Do this." And I thought, I can alter this using my home canned goods and whip this up in no time flat. So that's what we're going to do for lunch today. We're going to try a new recipe together. I believe the original creator called it green bean salad, but this isn't what I think of with green bean salad. And then I think I saw trash or garbage somewhere, maybe. I cannot find the recipe anywhere online. So I'm going to call it green bean garbage salad. Yep, that's what we're going to call it. And we're going to try it. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is put together our dressing. I've got all my ingredients here, and if I remember, I will go ahead here. Let's go. I made myself some notes. I will try to remember to go ahead and put in there what we're doing. I'm making about a half a batch of what she had done. Just like I said, I'm altering this to work with the canned goods that I have, and I don't really need a huge amount of food. And so I thought this would be the perfect recipe for just a few people. First thing I want to do is go ahead and start my dressing. If you remember, back in January, I made this infused vinegar. This, I believe, is the cherry is what I've got here today. And I told you how we could make dressings with it. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put together a salad dressing. I need 4 ounces of extra virgin olive oil. This is excellent for making salads. It even says it, salads and marinades. This little gadget I got, it's been years ago, from Pampered Chef, of course. And it's just it's a salad dressing thing. I've run out of that, so I'm going to have to go ahead and sneak some out of my sprayer here. There we go. So we are at our 4 ounces. And to that, I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. I don't have fresh, but I do have this canned garlic that I got one day, this jarred garlic. And I thought, with chili peppers and herbs, and I haven't really known how to use it. I've done it a couple times, but I thought this would be the perfect application for that. So I'm going to grab out 2 cloves and put those in my garlic press. I know there's all kinds of ways to chop and dice and work over your garlic, but I have this tool. I've had it for years. I love it. This is perfect for making a salad dressing because it won't be too big of a bite of garlic in there, but yet it'll be that nice fresh bite. And this is a pickled garlic. So then there are 2 different types of seasonings that were suggested. One of them is Greek, and I don't have a Greek blend, so we're going to use some of those typical ingredients like oregano and dill that you will see in many of your Greek seasoning mixes. And then she had this one called Legitimately the Best Seasoning or something like that. Well, I found it online, but all I could find it was in the hot version, and I don't like hot. So I am going to do like an all-purpose seasoning, adding garlic, onion, and a little smoked paprika. So instead of actually measuring out those two, I'm going to make a mix combined together to make the 2 tablespoons of that seasoning. So we're going to add some dill. Now I want to be generous because we're going to get a lot of flavor for our meal right here in our dressing. And we want oregano. I'm going to say probably maybe a half a teaspoon of each of these. I think I'm going to add a little bit more dill. It just gives it that Mediterranean vibe, don't you think? I'm going to do some onion powder. Like I said, it's going to be up to a half a teaspoon of each of these things. We've got a little more garlic. This is just an all-purpose seasoning. And we like the smoked paprika. Add just a little bit of that in there too. And here is the surprise. A little bit of the crushed mint. Just a pinch and some fresh cracked pepper. Now that's all of our seasonings. We are going to take a teaspoon of that lovely vinegar we made. Ooh, look at that. And then the recipe called for, I think it was a half of a lemon, but this is a very, very small lemon. So we're going to do the whole thing. And I just want the juice. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. You can also just do it even as simplistic as with a spoon. Save these bits, run them down your garbage disposal. It will help to freshen up that stinky sink. And I want just the juice, no pulp or seeds. This lid has a little plunger on it, so it just makes it easy to mix it up. And I just want to kind of infuse this. Remember, folks, it's whatever your family likes. Use whatever seasonings in whatever amount you want. It doesn't have to be exact. So next we're going to start assembling the actual salad part. In the inspirational video that I watched, she used I believe it was maybe a couple pounds. So it'd be like a pound for the recipe we're making of fresh green beans. That's not an option right now in my area. It's not the growing season. And so I thought, well, I can use my home canned green beans. But if you don't like the texture and you want a little bit more bite, I would suggest getting some frozen green beans and letting them thaw. Basically, you just need to blanch the green beans and then you would add them into your bowl after they cooled. Love that pop. And all I want to do is drain off my green beans. I don't need that liquid for anything. You can absolutely save that green bean stock or juice and put it in a soup, drained really well. I want to make sure we get all the liquids off. Because remember, our liquid will be coming from our dressing. We'll dump that into the bowl. I'll go dump this liquid. And you need a can of beans. She used cannelli beans, but just whatever bean you have, use. Did you hear that, Seal? And I want to go ahead and drain what little liquid there is off of these. I think I'll take these over to the sink and give them a quick rinse. And what I have here is about a 3-bean blend mix. Whatever beans your family likes. Into the bowl that goes. And then remember, not this January, but last January, where I made that flavored chicken. Instead of, I did some plain raw pack, but I also did some that had seasoning mixed in with them. And you all asked me how to use them. And I showed you last year how I did my taco one. And then I thought, oh, I've got some Greek that I have had made. And I remember last year you all wanted to hear about that. So I thought, you know what? Let's show you how to use the Greek chicken. So that's what we're going to use today. Open that up. 4 jars always gives that good seal. See inside there, there's that lovely broth, and there is all the seasonings, and we're just going to dump that out, and I want to drain that really well, and I'm just going to kind of pick this apart a little bit. We've got our chunks of shredded chicken here. And after I drain that off, because I don't need that liquid, I'm going to dump that in. Don't get rid of this. I'm going to put this back into the jar, put a ring on there, put that in the fridge, and we can use this for cooking later. I've got a package of bacon that it's 1 cup cooked. So it is an entire package, an entire pound of bacon that has been cooked. And then I froze it and put it in my little, my sucky bags. And now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. But I don't need, for this recipe, I don't need the entire package. I only need about half of it. She used turkey bacon. Use whatever kind of bacon you want. My sister really loves beef bacon. So we'll take about half of this package and put down in there. And then the other half, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and we'll probably make omelets or something with it. And then lastly, we just need some red onion. Now, if I would have had red onion canned on the shelf, that is definitely what I would have used today, but I don't have any, so I do have fresh, so that's what we're going to use. I did want to show you, though, in this book here, that says new and updated, but it's kind of a couple books ago, Ball, Complete Book of Home Preserving book, on page 314, shows you how you can make red onions in vinegar and can it. Now we only need about 1/4 of this onion, so I'm just going to kind of cut the top off. And then I have these crazy little things. I got a box of them from the Dollar Tree, and they fit right over the top of the onion, and I can just put this in the fridge, and this will keep it fresh, keep the air off of it, and I'll have it ready for next time I want to use it, leaving the root end on. Peel off the parts of the onion I don't want or need. And then we are just going to slice this up really thin so you can see it. See what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to kind of I'm keeping this tail just for me to have something to kind of hang on to. And then I'll flip it. And again. Now, if you would rather chop your onion, feel free to do that. It really doesn't matter the size or shape. Just whatever works for you. And then this, it goes right into our bowl. I've got myself some salad tongs here, and we're just going to toss the salad. And while we do that, we're going to break up the pieces of onion and chicken, and we're going to, and that's it. That's all there is. So here I'm just going to kind of poke at that chicken and break it up and break up that bacon. And now we're going to grab and give this one more stir. Our dressing, we're going to pour that all over the top. This looks lovely. Doesn't that look scrumptious? Let's dish it up. I'm going to grab a nice scoop of this and put in a bowl, maybe a couple of scoops. And this is going to be my lunch today. And then here I have one of my son's lunch containers that he likes to use. And he wanted to try this recipe also. So I'm going to put this aside for him. And I know just sitting until tomorrow is only going to just kind of meld those flavors for him. I have a feeling serving it and eating it cold will be delicious. So this will go into the refrigerator for him, and this will be for me. What do you think? Something you'd try? You want to see what I think of it? I'm kind of anxious. I'm going to get a little of our chicken that we canned, and then I'm going to make sure I get a little bit of everything on here. We've got our canned chicken, we've got some beans, we've got some fresh red onion, our green beans, and plenty of dressing. Oh, wow. I'm really actually kind of surprised. It's very hearty, so it definitely is good as a meal, but I can see it being served as a side at like a barbecue or a potluck. Make sure you save this recipe, guys. Give it a try and let me know. Come back. Let me know if you tried it. Let me know how many of your home canned goods you use. Did you make your own vinegar back in January? Did you can that chicken last year? Do you grow green beans in your garden? Let's get a conversation started, guys. I want to know all about it. But it's time for lunch. We'll see you next week for the last of my Try It Tuesday, Make It March series. Bye for now, friends. Till then.